our audience of two, thank you for coming. The next business meeting is Thursday, January 18th at 12 p.m. So
We won't have a next business.
I was wondering why I was here.
When I wrote this, it was when I wasn't sure when.
Okay, all right.
Would be.
There will be no more meetings formally of the commission after this meeting tonight. It's our final meeting. The Brewery District is being folded into the Historic Resources Commission. There will be some continuity, I believe, from this commission to that commission, and that commission is expanding by two seats to accommodate the Brewery District additions. So we're all excited about that. All right. Can I ask you all to raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but?
I do.
Thank you, Ms. Sophie. And you, sir, are not gonna say anything today?
Just technology.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Can I ask the commissioners to introduce themselves for one final time?
Matt Leisure.
Daniel Maddock, Joe Brewery.
And I'm Cynthia Hunt. Thank you very much. And I assume no public forum?
No public forum?
All right. Would you like to, would you like to go through the staff approvals, please, ma'am?
Yes. The first step approval that we have is BD-24-01-001 at 600 South High Street. And this is for a new roof at the Huntington Bank. And our second step approval was BD-24-01-002 at 500 South Front Street to install a new non-illuminated column-mounted logo per the submitted documentation. That's all of our staff approvals.
Any comments or questions from the commissioners present? All right. Do I look at the minutes next?
Do we need to approve?
Yes,
right,
we need a motion to approve this.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
can you,
I'll make a
Somebody make a
motion to
motion.
approve
thank you,
this.
Mr. Leisure.
Yeah,
Is there a second?
I'll second the
All
motion.
right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Now, going to
Yes.
the meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to look at the last minutes?
Yeah.
Any changes or suggestions? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve this.
Thank you, Commissioner Mather.
Second.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Joe? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Anonymous again?
So we'll go on to our first application.
Please do.
Yeah.
Do we want to invite our guests?
Yes, if you'd like to step forward. I'll read through the staff report, and then we'll get you sworn in. And have a discussion.
Great.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this application is BD-24-01-003 at 829 South Front Street. And it's for the new construction of a second-story addition and 55 square foot uncovered roof deck per the submitted documentation. At the December 21st business meeting, the commissioners present had the following feedback. The commissioners asked for clarification about whether the 29-foot setback was from the sidewalk or from the side of the home, and staff clarified that the setback was from the front side of the home. One commissioner asked if the building was attached to the building next door. Staff noted that they did not believe that the buildings were attached and that there is a very narrow space between.
Right.
The commission asked what year the building was constructed. It was constructed in 1949, and it was a
49.
commercial structure. I think the reason that it looks newer is that the brick facade and lintels are not the original. There was concern that the addition looks too tall in the rendering, and a request for an elevation drawing that shows the height of the addition with the height and general massing of the homes at the size of the property shown. The homes do not need to be shown in detail. It was asked whether the rendering is showing what the addition would look like at street level accurately, and noted that it would not look so tall with the 29-foot setback from the front of the home. It was noted that the commission appreciate the materials for the addition are consistent with the materials used on the rear renovation of the property. And the railing material and color is clear on the drawings. It was clarified to be black metal railings. And the commission also requested a rendering of the rear addition, which has been included in the packet. The applicant clarified to staff that the neighboring property is separated by a 1-foot space. The proposed addition does not alter, obscure, or cause loss of historic materials or features, and is easily distinguishable from the original building through the use of contemporary materials per the Brewery District guidelines and conditions. Although the Brewery District guidelines state that the height of a new residential addition should not exceed the height of the original structure, the proposed addition is set back far enough from the street that the visual impact caused by the addition will be minimal. The proposed new materials, including windows and doors and paint colours, match that of the renovations to the rear of the property that was approved by the Commission in 2019. The applicant informed staff that the lighting chosen for the roof deck would be installed adjacent to the door and would match all of the existing exterior lighting by the front and back doors of the home. So the staff recommendation is approval of application BD 24-01-003 as submitted with any and all clarifications submitted to HBO staff prior to issuance of a certificate. And the basis for this recommendation is City Code Section 3116.11, standards for alteration, 3116.12, standards for new construction, and the Brewery District guidelines on additions and design considerations and painting and lighting. And that's the conclusion of my second report.
Thank you, Madam Staff. Would you like to raise your hand?
Yeah.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Would you like to introduce yourself and your role
Yeah,
for the application?
yeah, I'm Patrick Lynch. I'm the owner of the property and the applicant here as well.
Patrick Leach, you said?
Lynch,
Lynch,
L-Y-N-C-H.
okay,
Yeah.
great. Nice to meet you, Mr. Lynch.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Is there anything you would like to explain to us that further illuminates your proposal?
No, I mean, just the general history. I came here in 2019 to do the original project. This was the Columbus Time Recorder business was in
Yeah.
here at the time. I bought the building directly from the owner. The building at the time, it was more or less flex office space with some warehouse space in the back. He had built out more or less, cut the building down about 8 foot tall inside. And so we went in, demoed the whole inside and then built back a house inside. It was a project for sure. We self-GC'd it. Since then, my wife and I have moved into the house. We now have a kid. Continuing to grow the family, we've run out of space with being just a 2-bed, 2-bath. So we think the natural decision would be to go up and then add a proper master bedroom up on the second floor. We obviously love the front facade of the building. We get it, it's not historical. It was certainly added prior to us buying the property. But we didn't want to impact that. So that the idea and the thesis behind this was set it back as far as we could so it wouldn't be visible from the street largely. So overall, I mean, we love living in the area. We're super invested in what's going on down on the corner, and that we're glad to see that it's finally gotten approved, at least from the commission, and I know they've got more steps.
Are you talking about the Whittier project?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Conditionally.
Very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
We're hoping.
made a point to watch as many of the meetings as I can,
Good.
keep up with that. So,
That's somebody who's paying attention.
Hopefully you approved of the recommendations.
yes, yeah, we did. We're excited. I mean, as it sits currently is a vacant building is a little more problematic as a homeowner. So looking forward for that to be activated there on the corner. So overall excited, want to continue to stay in the area, and this is what would allow kind of us as a family to continue to do so.
Do we have any questions from the applicant?
I don't.
One very minor question, and this is more just thinking ahead a little bit. So you don't have like a handrail on the front steps.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Like, if that's something that if we wanted to add to this conversation, we could, if you wanted to think about that.
Your
But-
elderly family members would appreciate it.
Yeah, we've actually run into that with
Yeah.
elderly family as well. So it's a question that's come up, and we weren't sure if we were required to or not. But we can certainly look into that.
Well, interestingly enough, because your building's more than 50 years old, it qualifies as an historic building.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
So if you wanted to entertain approval of that, we could talk about that as a staff approval.
Right.
Right, conditional staff,
Condition.
yeah,
Okay.
But he's not required.
but you're not required to.
It's required to show us that. hang on.
It's a residential, so
Oh, good point.
yeah,
All right.
I don't think there's, so I'm just tossing that out there as something for your consideration, but
Yes.
that's all.
Don't make it too goopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he submits these plans to the city and they flag it, he will then have to come back.
To the HRC.
Yeah, for the
Yeah, but
Yeah, so you prevent yourself from having to go to the HRC if you could, within the next week, figure out what you might like it to look like, get the staff to approve it, and then you'll be done. You won't have to come back to the HRC.
I suggest not including it and more than likely getting by the city and then going on your merry way.
yeah, I don't think it's code required
Yeah.
for a residential property. I don't think, so, you know.
Do you know?
I don't think so,
Okay,
Because you have the
off the top of my head.
to return
Right,
brick walls, which prevent the fall hazards. So
Right.
I think you probably are okay.
so it's more of
elderly
a
person, it's
preference thing.
a nice thing for
Yeah.
you to have.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice thing to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed, it would be nice to have, but
So your choices are, try to get it done in the next week, get her to approve it, don't worry about it ever again, versus try to not include it, which makes sense to all of us, and unlikely you'll be asked.
Okay.
Any other question? I'll take a motion to approve.
So I'll make a motion to approve with the condition that you'll provide a handrail cut sheet of some sort for staff consideration. And
Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
Okay,
and I would even say an optional,
then optional,
conditional, I mean, if you choose to, staff can approve it, but if you don't choose to, then we'll still approve it.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Um,
Creative, I'm always a creative.
I'm not sure if we can do an optional condition.
Okay. Do you think you
Because the
might,
condition would stop me from releasing a COA.
do you, what,
So.
I was gonna say,
I would-
I think it's either. way right now.
okay, do you have a preference?
My preference would be to not
okay.
slow this down.
Yeah,
if
that's fine.
possible, so I can
Okay,
certainly, look into it and want to do it anyway. It makes a lot of sense, but don't want to.
well, let's ask the
Complicate it.
question, if he chooses to get it to you, we approve it without condition, but he chooses to bring a handrail to you between now and 17.
Yes.
Can he get that approved through staff approval? We
Um,
have to approve the staff approvals.
I think if it was simple enough, it could be staff approved, but that's something that we'd have to check on, but we would require another application form with it.
Okay, but that's something that could be staff approved via the HRC too.
Yeah,
In the future, yeah.
it'd just be a different group of people, right?
Okay,
Some people on this commission will probably be on it, but it's not clear yet.
okay. Okay, yeah, if you don't mind, could we go that route?
Sure.
Okay.
So would you like to restate your motion?
So we'll scratch all the previous motions off. I'll make a motion to approve the package as is.
I'll second.
Thank you, Joe. Any discussion? All in favor?
uh,
Any opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We appreciate your investment in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the package was very clear.
It was very sensitive. We appreciate that too.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Is there anything else, madam?
No, I think that's everything for today,
Okay.
unless there's anything that anyone else wants to bring up.
I think we should make a motion to commend our staff from the beginning through now, because I think you guys have done a great job, and we appreciate it very much.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I'll entertain the motion to have the closing bond for the last meeting of the Brewery District Commission. Who would like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to ring the bell and head the Brewery District Commission.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You guys have been a blast to work